Have you ever wondered why a company like Loro Piano can sell a white linen shirt for £625 when you can get a perfectly functional linen shirt from somewhere like H&M for £16? Well, the answer is linked to behavioral psychology and recognizing that selling luxury creations requires a uniquely different set of skills than traditional selling. My name is Paul Russell, and if you're new to my videos, I'm the managing director and co-founder of Luxury Academy, where I've had the privilege of collaborating with globally renowned luxury businesses, helping them to forge meaningful relationships with high net worth clients. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of luxury selling, focusing on the psychological aspects, so you too can learn how to influence high net worth clients to buy from you. Now, the first, and I think perhaps the most important lesson, is that luxury is all about desire. You see, desire is an intensely strong emotion, and we as humans will do almost anything in its pursuit. It's desire that enables brands like Loro Piano to sell breathtakingly expensive shirts, as I mentioned in the introduction. A huge mistake people often make is confusing desire with needs and wants. Nobody needs to pay that much for a shirt. That's why phrases like needs analysis within luxury annoy me so intensely, because I don't need an S-Class Mercedes or an X7 BMW. I may want one, but that doesn't automatically convert to a sale, now does it? If you step back and look at luxury critically, yes, a Rolex watch is nice and the craftsmanship is beautiful, but what do I need a watch for? Well, to tell the time, of course, so a Casio or a Timex would do the same job. The secret behind why I desire a Rolex so badly is down to something called identity markers. Whether we like it or not, luxury products are perceived as symbols of achievement, money, and social status. The Hermes Birkenberg is a fantastic example of an identity marker. It's one of the most sought after and expensive handbags in the world, and it's known for its exquisite craftsmanship, its luxurious materials, and its iconic status. And despite its eye-wateringly high price tag, which can range from thousands to hundreds of thousands of pounds, demand for the Birkenberg far exceeds its limited supply. Owning the bag becomes part of your identity. It tells a lot about how I want to project an image of myself to the world. So I suppose the burning question is, how do you tap into that psychology and sell luxury? Well, the best advice I can share is selling luxury is very much about creating an experience. Let me explain. High net worth clients hate salespeople. So typical high street sales tactics, where you may try to convince a person they need an item, simply won't work. I think it's helpful to remember it this way. A supercar salesperson does not sell cars to rich people. Instead, they help a high net worth client acquire the right vehicle for their lifestyle. The two may sound similar, sell and acquire, but it's very different psychologically. A jeweler doesn't help someone buy a bespoke Cartier necklace. Instead, they help them own it. The key here is that you must sound and act like an expert, not a salesperson. High net worth clients are surrounded by experts all day, every day. Another way to sell luxury is to harness the power of exclusivity. As humans, we crave exclusivity. Even in the most mundane things, priority check-ins or priority boarding at airports, Uber Black over Uber X, Wheelie over Uber. A great example of exclusivity is the pinnacle of exclusivity, the American Express Centurion card, probably better known as the Amex Black Card. Now, with a £10,000 joining fee and a £5,000 annual membership charge, you may be surprised to learn that the card has pretty much the exact same functionality as the Amex Platinum card. But as we now know, it isn't about the need to have a credit card to pay for something. It's all about the exclusivity of taking out a black Amex, of which there are only a few thousand in the world. If you want to sell luxury, you must tap into this craving for exclusivity by creating experiences that reinforce something rare. Finally, there's the emotional connection to a brand and how it makes you feel. And this is created through the history and heritage, alongside the craftsmanship, of course. It all plays into an emotional narrative. You have brands that are loud and proud, like Versace and Gucci. They proudly plaster their logo and icon over everything in an attempt to scream to the world, please look at me. And then there are the quieter brands like Brunello Cucinelli, who manage to sell incredibly expensive products in a much more understated fashion. Let me get something off my chest. There's a newish trend, and I hear people talk about it a lot recently, and that's affordable luxury. Let me be clear, this is nonsense. If a product or service can be afforded by the general population, then it isn't luxury. The lack of exclusivity will never trigger the parts of the brain that get a deep sense of satisfaction. And let's be honest, superiority that are real luxury product producers. So to summarize the key takeaways, luxury is about desire, not needs and wants. High net worth clients buy luxury as symbols of achievement, wealth, and social status. And we call these identity markers. And if you want these clients to buy from you, you need to create an experience of exclusivity. And you need to be an expert, not a salesperson. I hope you found this useful.